beauties, welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited to be back with yet another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve an absolutely glowy but with less shine full face makeup tutorial. And you guys, if you follow my channel, you know I absolutely love my full coverage, my absolute like matte dry looks. I just love matte looks, you guys, because of the fact that I have an oily skin. But I was just thinking to myself, I said, why am I always shying away from glowy and dewy looks? And yeah, I know it can be difficult, you know, to achieve a glowy look without it looking so oily or so shiny, especially if you have an oily skin. So today I'm going to show you guys few tips and tricks I always use whenever I want to achieve a glowy makeup look without it looking so shiny or oily. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so one thing that always comes to my mind first whenever I want to go for a glowy look is how exactly I want the look. Sometimes you see people who like kind of glassy glowy look. You see people who like kind of shiny glowy look. You see people who like kind of glowy without the shine, and that is the kind of glowy looks I love. Like, I want to be able to be glowy but not shiny, if that makes sense. And whenever I'm doing that, I always kind of bear this in mind even before I go for maybe my eye look or the base, which is the skin. So for today's video, we're definitely going to start with the eyes. And whenever I'm going for a glowy look, when it comes to the eyes, I always kind of visualize a shimmery eye look or a glitter eye look, you know. I always prefer my eyes and my lips to be really kind of glittery and glowy. And then the skin, I try as much as possible to keep the skin as matte as possible, and then substitute the glow for the skin with my highlighters. That's normally what I think about whenever I think about glowy makeup look for oily skin, because at the end of the day, that you're going for a glowy look doesn't mean your oily skin is going to disappear. It's still there, but the thing is, you should be able to kind of use products that can give you that glowy look without it looking so shiny and oily. So for the eyes, I'm going to start off with this new eyeshadow palette I just received from, not really, I didn't just receive it, I received it probably a few months ago. This is the new E.Y.E.B.R.O.W Mastery eyeshadow palette, and it has kind of some neutral and some nice warm shades. I'm going to be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of a peachy looking shade. I'm just going to go ahead and pop it right on my crease as my transitional shade. And I always like to use this brush to apply my transitional shade, because I like my transitional shades to kind of go like on my crease and also a little close to my brow bone, because I just love the flush of color it gives my eyeshadow. So that's the main reason I love using a big, you guys, you can see how huge this blending brush from Beauty Crush Cosmetics is. Alright, so switching the brush to my Beauty Crush 216. This is more like a tapered kind of precise brush. I'm going to go in with this darker burgundy shade right here, and with this color I'm going to just start it at the outer corners of my lid and then build it in. Just want to kind of, not my lid, yeah, the outer corners of my lid, kind of the V section right here and right here. You guys, you can see this V area on my eye. That's where I'm going to just concentrate that color and then gradually take it in. Next shade is going to be this kind of very dark brown eyeshadow right here, but with this one I'm just going to leave it at the outer corners. Like, I want my outer corner to be a little bit dark, so I'm just going to concentrate that dark color right here. And of course, always remember to blend. It's cleanup time, so I'm going to be using my E.Y.E.S Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer to clean kind of the inner portion of my lid. Alright, so as you guys can see, the inner lid is ready, and I'm going to go in with this Motif Cosmetics Summer Glow pressed eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pop it right on the area where I just cleaned. I'm going to go back in with the same burgundy eyeshadow we used earlier, and I'm going to use it to make sure there are no lines between the color I just applied and my outer V. I'm just gonna run it right here. I'm going to be using this E.Y.E.B.R.O.W glitter eyeshadow, and I'm just going to kind of use it to apply as my wing liner. This is what is going to serve as our wing liner today. And of course I can't talk when I'm applying liner, so you guys are just going to see what I'm doing. Whenever I'm going for a wing liner, I like to start from the outer corners of my eye. Look how pretty that liner looks. Okay, so the glitter is not done. I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay Cat Call Heavy Metal, and I'm just going to use it to line exactly where I cut my crease, like right here, so it blends with the glitter eyeshadow. I went ahead and popped on some lashes, although this wasn't the lashes I wanted to wear with this look. I wanted more like a dramatic mink lash, but the problem is, you guys know mink lashes are always thick at the band, so with the glitter on my lid it was just difficult, so I decided to go with my favorite lashes, which is the Salon Perfect 615. Alright, so moving on to the skin. When it comes to the skin, you guys, even though we're going for a glowy look, we're still going to do our same base, like using a matte primer, making sure you mattify your skin, because at the end of the day, your skin is still going to produce oil whether you like it or not. So in order to prevent that, I'm going to be using these two primers, the Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, the blurring one, and also my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. This one always goes on my nose, my chin, my forehead, and the sides of my face. The reason is because this is normally where I produce oil. This Becca primer is my favorite when it comes to oil control. This is just the primer I love to use, and I normally just apply it right on these areas. And then for the outside part of my face, I'm going to use Mercier, just a little. I also like to apply primer right under my chin, because I like to blend my foundation all the way to my neck, because you guys know I'm pregnant, so I'm kind of having some skin discoloration right now. Like my neck and right here is darker than my skin, so I always try to extend my foundation all the way to my neck. Okay, so with the next step, I don't do it all the time, but for this look, we're definitely going to do it, because we're going to be using kind of a glowy primer with the foundation. So in order to also make sure you mattify your skin, you can go in with your setting powder or a translucent powder. I'm using the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to apply this on my nose, all these areas where I told you guys I normally produce oil. So this will help kind of mattify these areas. If you have a dry skin, you definitely don't need the powder step. You just go ahead, apply your primer, which is supposed to be a glowy primer. Like this primer is going to be perfect if you have a dry skin, because it will kind of help to add some luminous and also some kind of glowy effect to your skin. So you would normally go in with a primer like this. This right here has a very nice kind of sheen to it. Let me go ahead and blend it out for you guys. Look, it has kind of a sheen to it. So if you have a dry skin, you definitely go in with this primer right here. This is the Mercier Pure Canvas Primer in the illuminating form, or the illuminating type, you know. So this one right here is just perfect for anyone with a dry skin, because as you all can see, it will give you a very nice glowy base before you go ahead and apply your foundation. And then for foundation, I'm going to be mixing my Huda Beauty and my E.Y.E.B.R.O.W matte foundation. These two foundations are my absolute favorite whenever I'm going for a full coverage look. But because of the fact I'm pregnant, you guys, my skin is kind of lighter than my face. I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of this primer right here. Since it has kind of a glow to it, I'm just going to add something like this, and then go ahead and mix it in with my foundation. I'm probably going to use 2 pumps of the Huda Beauty and then 1 pump of E.Y.E.B.R.O.W. Just mix everything together, the 2 shades and the kind of illuminating primer. And then to blend, I'm going to be using Beauty Crush Cosmetics Flat Top Kabuki. This is my favorite brush brand. Like, it comes in this cute packaging, you guys. Like I always say in my tutorials, I'm using kind of a stippling motion. You don't want to rub, because when you rub, you're going to move the products all around your face, especially if you have imperfections to cover. So in order to make sure you get the absolute coverage you need, you have to kind of push. Our concealer, the highlight is still going to be the same. Just go ahead and pop it on the areas where you want. And then for contour, just going to go ahead and place the contour where exactly I want it. It's time for blending. I'm going to use kind of a damp sponge to blend this out. I'm going to go in with my brushes and blend out the contour. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure there are no creases on my under eye, and then I'm going to go ahead and set with Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to go ahead and set the areas where I contoured with my Anastasia contour kit. And I'm using this Beauty Crush Duo Essential Contour. I'm going to pick up these 3 shades right here. I like to kind of mix them. And then go ahead and set my contour. I think I'm going to go back to the eyes with the same burgundy eyeshadow we used on the outer V, and I'm just simply going to use it to smoke out my under lash line. We obviously can't forget our mascara. We're going to glow up this face, and I'm not sure which of these brushes to use, you guys. These are my favorite highlight brushes. We have the Fawn brush, we have this one, and this one. This is called the tapered highlight, and this is called the fluffy pointed highlight. I'm probably going to end up using the 3, but I'm going to go in with this deluxe tapered highlight, and I'm going to be using my Kiko 208 eyeshadow. This is actually an eyeshadow, you guys, but you can use your eyeshadow as a highlight. This is probably one of the best highlights I have in my collection, guys. Like, it's so good. So I'm just going to use this tapered highlight brush, pick it up, and then you want to hit on those areas where when you smile they can visibly see your highlight, like here. You know what? I think I'm going to highlight my chest, you guys. So just pop it right here, right there. I'm going to line with E.Y.E.S brown lip liner and Urban lip liner. I'm going to apply MAC Love Lauren and Angel. And then I'm going to pop on some lip gloss, and this is Avon Lip Glow in the shade, what shade is this? Aura. guys, this is exactly how I achieve my glowy look without it looking so oily and so shiny. Like as you all can see, my skin is still very much matte, but then I was able to, you know, just use some few tips and tricks to make it look so much, you know, natural, so much healthy. I'm talking of the glow. As you all can see, it looks as if I'm glowing from within. That is just one secret I always follow whenever I'm going for a glowy look. Like I still love my matte looks, but still when I want to switch it up from being matte to being glowy, this is exactly how I do it. And yeah, I think this is all there is to this video, my loves. I hope you all enjoyed, and please don't forget to hit that like button below and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And till my next video, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.